Okay, so let's get into this interracial couple that was abducted by aliens.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Betty and Barney Hill, real quick, watch the video. But how about you watch and you come up with questions for me?
It was just an
Okay, why is he allowed to drive? First of all, I have problem. There's already holes in this story.
Because
there's
a
a
white
black
woman
man
in the
driving,
car.
and it's pre-civil rights.
There's a white woman in the car.
So pre-civil rights, black people are allowed to marry white women. And white women are allowed to be snow bunnies. Very interesting.
Snow bunnies have always existed, playa.
Is this pre-civil rights or post?
Listen, snow bunnies always been silly hoes.
I call it BC and AD. In terms of the civil rights era, that's where I because it's more significant to me than Christ being born.
Aliens want to keep a brother down. They won't do that shit.
Okay, so this is a honeymoon hijacked by aliens. It's civil rights era.
Never trust a snow bunny.
Snow bunny and a brother. I'm driving my fucking Cadillac down the road.
I'm driving my motherfucking Cadillac down the motherfucking highway, and these motherfucking aliens can't stop fucking with me.
These fucking aliens are coming at me like every which way. I got the police chasing me and UFOs coming from the sky.
It's Cat Williams.
How's a brother gonna live past 50? No wonder our life expectancy is so low.
I'm just trying to drink my malt liquor and drink my juice, motherfucker, and I can't stop being harassed by these motherfucking aliens.
An archangel is kneeling on my neck. An archangel is kneeling on me.
Okay. But
I'm getting arrested by God.
oh, we just have Parkinson's all of a sudden. All right.
Officer, I swear I didn't do nothing.
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, what a great night.
I'm playing to John, by the way. I want everyone to know that. You can't judge me.
I'm incredibly racist, and I love that stuff. Continue.
day in America. Betty, a social worker, and Barney, a U.S. postal employee.
You have no
driving
idea how
home.
bad I want to say it right now.
Wait.
Betty, a social worker, and Barney. Huh? Wait, hold on. Do the beep thing? No, the fucking...
So if I'm holding this down, I think they can hear you, yeah.
Betty, a social worker, and Barney,
Very good.
yeah, I got you.
America. Betty, a social worker, and Barney, a U.S. employee, were driving home after their honeymoon in Niagara Falls.
They went to Niagara
A
Falls.
trip, as their niece Kathleen
Wait,
explains,
I'll get that one too.
they would never forget.
Betty
They were driving home after their honeymoon in Niagara Falls. A trip, as they were driving home after their honeymoon in Niagara Falls. A trip, as their niece Kathleen explains, they would never forget.
Betty and Barney had a wonderful time in Niagara Falls.
Who's that bitch?
You know what's funny? Dr. Umar hates shit like this.
I love
like-
Dr. Umar.
Well, he's like, a black man should not lay down with a white woman. How can a black man lay
You
down?
have the snow bunny disease. That shit.
He's kind of awesome.
Yeah,
he goes,
I love Louis Farrakhan, dude. Like, you have no idea how much I love that motherfucker.
just because of the tribe stuff.
No, dude. I just like him because he
stuff.
hates me, dude. I'll fucking chill with him any day. Fucking.
Look at the picture they just shared. Who is that guy?
I forgot about that guy. He's like Black Santa.
Yeah, he's awesome. All right, back to the.
They spent the following afternoon in Montreal. They thought about spending the night downtown, but they heard that there was a hurricane whirling up the coast. And they wanted to drive through the night if they could.
That's back in the day where you're like, the storm's coming. We got to drive through the night.
Why? Oh, because of
I was
racism?
13 years
No,
old
'cause, like,
and
you just
I
gotta
had
escape
arrived home
storms.
from school in
Look at
the
that snow
afternoon.
bunny.
Damn.
Hello?
My mom-
Dude, I bet Black Dick was great in the civil rights era. Like, if you felt like you were just bopping on justice, you were riding justice.
Imagine getting digged down by Martin Luther King as a snow bunny.
Black lightning.
The must have been fucking
Chocolate thunder.
just fucking the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You know what I mean? Just how big do you think Martin Luther King's hog was?
I bet he was working with a real fat one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that long, but
Fucking missile, dude.
I picture a bit of a chode on him. When I think
and you know,
about it,
there's
naked,
one thing black guys love. It's fucking 3 dicks in 1 pussy. You know what I mean?
if there's one thing white guys love is imagining how big famous black guys' penises are. And their texture and shapes.
Yeah, dude.
Mother was on the phone with my.
Wait, so the mother was on the phone? They called the mother. She's just.
Noon.
Wait, hold on. What button is it?
It's this one.
Okay, hold on. Are you hanging out with that again? Are you going to Niagara Falls with that motherfucking?
My mother's side of the conversation. When my mother hung up the phone, she told me that Betty and Barney
are hanging out with that
flying saucer up close.
Oh, he's like a light skinned type of dude.
Yeah, he's a jam boy.
The night before, they were concerned that.
Damn, he kind of looks like Steph Curry a little bit. You know what I mean?
This is not great.
Yeah,
what she's working with
classic
is
black guy
not
shit.
great.
It's classic black guy shit.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's
a 9 out of 10 for a fucking black dude.
But white pussy is white pussy back. Yeah, back then, white pussy was gold to a guy like this.
Yeah, it's freedom, brother.
White pussy was Tuck Everlasting.
You know, Tuck Everlasting. What a reference.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Suck Everlasting.
There we go.
You're out of the shot, by the way.
Contaminated. I was in shock. I thought this was very, very strange.
Hello, which one have I got on the line, or have I got your both?
You have us both on.
Oh, how wonderful. Hello, that's you, Barney?
Yes, that's correct.
And Betty, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Betty?
This is a 1966 radio interview with Betty and Barney.
Jesus, that's AI.
Words.
Now, as I understand it, we have to go back to 1961 to start this whole incident, don't we?
Yes, that's right. September 19th, 1961.
The night that changed their lives forever.
It's very bizarre.
The White Mountains, New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
The White Mountains.
The Neanderthal Mountains in New Hampshire.
Called Lancaster, New Hampshire. Betty called my attention to an object or a star that she had been watching.
As I was watching, this star seemed to be getting larger and brighter.
Mm-hmm.
And as we went along, I kept watching it, and then all of a sudden, I noticed that it had started to move.
This is when it gets freeze.
Huh?
I'm so fucked up. This is when it gets freaky.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And take a look at it.
I told her that it was probably a satellite.
No.
Nothing to get alarmed about.
I love that back then people just had binoculars on them.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
but like back then you're just like, go get the Knox out of the trunk. You know what I mean?
There's not shit to look at.
We're an interracial couple in the 50s. We got to see him coming from far away.
Yeah. From everywhere. I mean, this is like Badlands. They're on the run, and they get intercepted by aliens.
There is no point in this trip where Barney Hill could have been tied up to a tree and whipped to death.
True.
It's true.
It's true.
Sad.
Yeah.
You're going through fucking rural upstate New York. It's fucking creepy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to get the Knox out.
The only thing I find creepy is the mixing of the races. That's what I find creepy here. The aliens, sure. I mean, but you know,
what is this? The button still?
Yeah.
What if the aliens came down just to tell Barney he's a?
Some guy named Tom Myers of Finland is saying Ben came in my dad's ass.
Very good, Tom Myers of Finland.
That's good.
Cock Everlasting is very good as well. All
right, here we go.
All right, let's roll.
Betty had never seen a satellite before. She knew that her father
also there weren't
was very
satellites
interested
back
in
then.
satellites.
There was like one. It was
so
Sputnik.
Betty wondered, could this be a satellite? But then she thought, no, it's not behaving like a satellite.
You ever seen a satellite in the night sky?
I think so, yeah.
It's very
for
interesting.
Sure.
It's just like a little dot and it just flies real quick.
It's not behaving as we would expect a satellite to behave like.
It's clear at this point this was not a satellite. It does a circle. It seems to fly away to the west and then come back directly towards them.
Okay.
Barney is coming up with the other explanations.
So we have to take their word.
Passenger
right?
jet. Maybe it's a military helicopter. He's got all these explanations because that's how he thinks.
Barney was an aviation kind of
Surprisingly,
fan.
what I thought was a satellite began coming in my direction at a very rapid rate of speed. Well, this caused me to become quite alarmed. And I told my wife, well, apparently it is not a satellite, it must be a passenger plane, and they obviously are looking at us, and I felt uncomfortable to see this, what I thought was a plane, come in our direction. So I returned to the car, and so did she, and we drove down the highway.
Privately, he knew that this was unusual, but he said to Betty, oh, it's just a Piper Cub or a commercial airliner. Don't even think about that.
That is not a Piper
and
Cub.
Let's get home.
So real quick.
Okay.
Like, if you're listening to these two people, and the first kind of thing I noticed, they're an interracial couple in the 1960s, the early 60s, 61. You have to kind of take them at their word. They don't want this to get out. And they didn't want this to get out for a while before their neighbors started asking questions, yada, yada. Just keep that in mind when you listen to this story.
Right. They'd rather keep this to themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. They're already dealing with
as they
that
continue
shit.
driving south, Betty notices the aircraft appears to be stalking them.
Now, that must be
Betty
terrifying.
said to Barney, it's coming closer, Barney. As they looked at it, it flew in a zigzag pattern, and then it appeared to bounce back and forth in the sky like a ping pong ball.
Barney starts to panic.
Well, from this point, I was getting quite frightened because of this, and I thought it must have been military pilots. They could obviously see us on the ground with the lights of the car on. I thought they were playing a game with us out there.
Up until now, the sighting had been at quite a distance. But now that they've driven down the road several miles, and they look up, and it's still there, fear starts to settle in. It knows that we're here. They're thinking this has a particular interest in us.
That's mostly terrible.
There's no other cars on the highway.
Imagine if you and your
this
wife were driving down the street and you're being followed by a fucking light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking god awful.
Yeah.
Light is getting brighter,
Terrifying.
and it's getting closer.
I could tell the rest of the story when this is
They
video
followed
done.
us for approximately 30 miles. And then in an area called Indian Head, it left the top of the mountain, came out over the highway, and stopped midair on the highway right in front of us.
So, when it stopped midair in the highway right in front of them, they were stopped, and then people came out of the craft. Now, what this story isn't telling them is that when Barney
People
looked...
came out?
People came out. So
Okay.
now, when Barney was looking through his binoculars... Now, this is my theory, is that when...
So, and Dylan Farnham already said he actually just drugged her and it was his alibi.
That could be it.
Now, by the way, Dylan used to be a skinhead. So it might be a...
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm kidding. He wasn't that... You know skinheads aren't all Nazis. He was like... It was a punk thing.
Was he a sharp? Was he really a skinhead against racism? Anyway, so what happened was, what they didn't say in this story is Barney actually looked through the binoculars at one point and saw people in the craft.
Really?
Yes. The craft stopped in front of them, and then a man came out, almost as if it was a barricade on the road, and came to them and said, "Hey." Now, I really don't remember, but at some point, Betty and Barney were led separately to another craft. They were brought in there. Betty had a needle inserted into her stomach. Very, very traumatic. Barney, which is something, the thing about Barney that he did not want to admit till a long time after, and something that he said in the story that wasn't told because it was the 60s, is the, can you hit the ceiling?
Oh, yeah, sure. There you go. Get you.
Barney had his semen harvested. Can you hit it one more time? So he had his semen harvested. But the next video I sent you.
Here we go.
So the next video I sent you is they went under hypnosis later in life.
Why are you crying if you're not afraid?
I'm afraid now, but I wasn't afraid. I was afraid.
So pause it real quick.
Okay.
This hypnosis wasn't done by some quack hypnosis doctor. They were put under hypnosis by the lead psychiatrist for U.S. soldiers in the Pacific Theater of the United States of America.
Really?
Yes. This was one of the lead psychologists in the United States who put them under hypnosis. And he decided that after hypnosis with Betty and Barney Hill, that when they were telling the truth of what they were saying, it was so traumatic to them to reveal the truth that he stopped the hypnosis because he thought it was regressive. He said, putting them under hypnosis is not helping them whatsoever. And under hypnosis is when Barney revealed they took his semen. Under hypnosis is when they revealed that Betty had a needle inserted into her uterus. It was an incredibly traumatic event. And the thing is when they went back home, so after this event happened, they lost consciousness. They don't remember what happened. And then they woke up about, I think, 30, however many miles down the road. They woke up, they were still driving their car. The car had burn marks in it. Betty's dress had been burnt in several places. There was pink dust on Betty's dress. It was very, very traumatic. And they didn't want to talk about this for years because they were an interracial couple in the United States. So just Barney's hypnosis is actually terrifying. Barney is scared for his fucking life. So just play it for a little bit.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
That's in the row.
What? Oh, rat's nest. I'll show. Here it is. That's good shit. He has a little
the plasma
pistol.
That's essentially what happened to Barney.
I've been so afraid of my life.
Tell me about the men in the room.
Dr. Benjamin Simon began hypnotic sessions with Betty and Barney Hill on January 4th, 1964. Today we present to you the raw audio of one of those sessions. Through the power of hypnotic recollection, Betty Hill embarks on a journey that peels back the layers of their chilling
I gotta plug in that light. Keep
that took place in rural New Hampshire in 1961. Immerse yourself in Betty's extraordinary story as we follow her.
This is kind of the thing I want to drill into people about abduction scenarios, is that it is not a kind of hippy-dippy fun thing. It's actually quite traumatic.
We're driving along. I don't know where we are.
This woman is traumatized.
I don't even know how we got here. Barney and I, we've been driving, and I don't know how long, and we haven't even been talking.
Ben, listen to this
woman.
woman.
I've just been sitting here feeling that something's going to happen.
I'm not completely sold on hypnosis, by the way.
Hypnosis.
That they're not implanting false memories and whatnot. And
well, regardless of whether or not they're planting false memories, this woman is terrified.
So she sounds scared as shit, for sure.
Listen to Barney.
But can't they like snap your fingers and make you think you're like
your cock is gone?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like they're the ones in control. You don't have.
They can, but I just like to believe. I believe in the idea that even if it is suggestive, this woman's telling the truth.
So why is this? Because obviously you told us everything that happens in this. Why is this such a big deal?
So I think what happened is after nuclear bombs were detonated on Earth, it was kind of open season for aliens on Earth. You started getting these really weird kind of like Barney's looking through binoculars and seeing these craft, the people walking inside of them. And I think you had a lot of intergalactic kind of species coming to Earth, fucking with people, doing all this stuff. And then eventually you had the interdimensional non-human intelligence, which is what we're experiencing now. You don't hear a lot of abduction stories like Betty and Barney Hill happening anymore.
No.
So I think what happened was you had a good 10, 15 years. Travis Walton's case, let's say 30 years. So after nuclear bombs were detonated in the United States, you had 30 years of kind of like open season on Earth. And then all of a sudden, you had the interdimensional NHI. And that's why the only UAPs you see now are like these Tic Tacs, these things that come from other dimensions that come to our planet. And the aliens that abducted Benny and Barney Hill will not fuck around with those interdimensional beings. I think they've asserted control over our planet. You don't hear crazy stories like this anymore. I think it was like an open season for 20, 30 years. And then after that, it was like, okay, we got the NHI coming.
Is the military in contact with these
I think the military
beings?
I think not the military. I think the government's made a deal with them and they're harvesting our souls.